money. Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got...
All right, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. You know, this is the only channel where you get your legit information, raw data regarding what is happening in Finland. That's between our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and also what is happening in our homeland. That's the war between the Biafra Liberation Army and the Zoo Army of Nigeria. Now, this is why the Nigerian government were never invited for Trump inauguration. This is why the Nigerian government will fail under Trump. Because gradually, Trump have been able to expose a lot of secrets. You can see this rep member. You can see what Perry was talking about. That the funding of Boko Haram, the funding of terrorists, have been through this means. These particular funds that the federal government gets from this particular USID, United States funding activities and funding departments. These are funds that comes to Nigeria and Africa. That's through HIV, through health, through so many things. These are funds that are supposed to help innocent children, help students that are out of school, help develop a lot of technologies in Africa. These are funds that are meant to help in the development of technology, in the development of innocent children. Children that have been affected by war, children that have been affected by kwashiorkor, different type of sickness. These are funds that are good for, that are meant for them. These funds go to different means. They fund HIV drugs. They fund a lot of things. So Trump have put a hold on these funds. On these funds. Now, this Prem member have to come out and talk about the investigation him personally have been doing. That these particular funds have been used in funding terrorism like Boko Haram. You can hear him. You can hear what he just said. To tell you how the Nigerian government have been, how the Nigerian military have been secretly funding terrorism in the North Central, in the Northwest, or in the Nigerian state as a whole. So when they were denied visa to Canada, it was not something surprising. Believe me, they will be denied visa to so many countries in the world because the Nigerian activities, the Nigerian military activities have been exposed. Musa can keep going to live interviews. He was in Najazari the other day. He was in other channel the other day, talking about Nigeria, talking about the Nigerian military. So the world know what they are doing. There is no military convention or military activities that the Nigerian government will attend to. Because the world have known what they have been doing. Because this particular Boko Haram, every day, new terrorist group keep emerging in the north. If not Boko Haram, Lakwansa, also Lakwansa. So many terrorist groups keep emerging in the north. These terrorist groups are being funded by the Nigerian government. They are being funded by the Nigerian military. Look at Shetima. Somebody like Shetima is a vice president of Nigeria. Shetima that has a very, very high rate of terrorism record. When Shetima was the governor of Borno State, do you know how many terrorist groups that this particular man is in charge of? So this is something political. This is why we, the Biafrans, we keep fighting for our freedom. The zoo has fallen. The zoo keep falling. Every day the zoo keep falling. Every day the zoo keep falling. Very soon, this terrorism and all this Boko Haram funding, they will make sure that they Islamize the country called Nigeria. That is what they have been trying to do. That is what Shetima have been trying to do. If you see what is happening in Southeast now, they are penetrating the Southeast gradually. You can see what's happening in Ebonyi State. You can see what's happening in Olo. Most of these Fulani herdsmen now, they now write letters to different communities in Southeast. This is to tell you how deadly the Nigerian state is. But they are keen. Musa is keen on deploying different types of soldiers in Biafra land. Musa is keen on sending soldiers to Biafra land. When in the north, them secretly have been funding Boko Haram and different terrorist groups, different bandit and terrorist group in the north. You can see the man talking about exposing their secrets. How Obama under Buhari secretly funded the activities of Boko Haram and different types of terrorist groups in Africa. So that is why we, the Biafrans, we keep talking, we keep speaking, because we need to be liberated from the zoo. We have nothing in common with these people. We have never in our life experienced any terrorism attack in Biafra land. There is no terrorism going on in Biafra land. We are Christians. We are Christians, pure Christians. There is nothing like terrorism going on in Biafra land. That is why Trump needs to come to our rescue. He needs to understand that we, the Biafrans, are the only nation that can save the sub-region, the Sahara region. Because if you can check what is happening now, most of these terrorist groups most of these Islamic terrorist groups are penetrating different states in West Africa. Different countries in West Africa have been experiencing this particular terrorism. What is the cause of this terrorism? Because of all these funds that keep coming to Africa and have been diverted to fund terrorism in different locations in Nigerian states. So they have been exposed, and they will keep busting them, and they will keep denying them visa. Musa, the kind of atrocity you have committed in Southeast, the kind of human massacre you have committed in Biafra land, the kind of way the Nigerian government have been treating the case of Martin Nnamdi Kanu will never go scot-free. The world is observing. Look at what is happening in Finland. It's everything, even the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa, is all political. It's all funded by the Nigerian government. They came together with Bianca Ojukwu. They wrote the documents. They provided the evidence with the help of the Attorney General and with the help of different Southeast governors. Politicians, they came together and they signed and they funded the arrest and interrogation of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. So they have failed. The more they keep trying, the more they keep failing. Biafra movement is a very, very spiritual movement. Biafra movement is a very, very spiritual movement. It's not something you joke with. It's not something you play with. So the Nigerian government will soon realize that they have failed. They have failed. The more they keep trying to sabotage our liberation, the more they keep trying to sabotage our freedom, the more they keep failing. The more they keep failing, because it's a spiritual movement. No matter how many Simon Ekpa or how many Martin Nnamdi Kanu you try to kill or you try to press down, there are so many people out there ready to pick up this agitation. So my people will be bringing more light into this particular topic. How the Nigerian government have secretly funds that are meant to help the poor, funds that are meant to help to develop some certain countries in the West Africa. In Africa, these funds have been diverted to sponsor and fund terrorism in different parts of Nigerian states. It's not, as you can see the man talking himself. This is a live program. This is the Senate House, a congressman talking about how these funds have been used to fund terrorism in the Nigerian state. And believe me, these funds will also be traced down to the regime of both Buhari and Tinubu.
Coming through USAID, and it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Certain that poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. As of January 2025, Kanu has been incarcerated for approximately 30 months, having been rearrested in June 2021. His detention has been a focal point of national and international discourse, raising questions about legal processes, human rights, and the broader implications for Nigeria's justice system and the Southeast. But before we begin this conversation, we're going to take a look at this video. It was taken on Monday at his recent court appearance. Let's take a look at it.
Broadcast during the convention was wrong because, according to the document that guides the government of Biafra, made it very, very clear how the Biafra government will be dissolved when the time comes. So, Adadi Oramma picked an offense, and Dr. Ngozi Orebeze picked an offense. They began to write to all Biafran platforms to boycott Biafra Unite. And why did they pick offense? They picked offense because the charter that I read is against what they did. That is the reason why they picked offense. No, they didn't pick offense because I am fighting for Genkere. They didn't pick offense because I'm on the side of Genkere. No. Even in that same broadcast, I made it clear that I am not on the side of anybody. I made it very clear. But they didn't hear that one. They heard the charter that I read, which is against what Madam Ngozi Orebeze did. That is their anger against me. Not that they have any issue with me. Not that they have any evidence against me, looking for a way to bring anybody down. No. Or they have any evidence against me taking money or bribe from anybody. No. It is because I am the one who brought the charter to the notice of all Biafrans, and the charter is against the dissolution of the Biafra government. That is my offense. Now, I want to tell Madam Adadi Oramma, my own sister that used to be very, very close to me. But after my broadcast, you came online to lie against me, leveled, baseless, unfounded, and unbelievable allegation against my person. You claimed that Genkere Bunyalumego billions to come and fight Dr. Ngozi Orebeze. You told the Biafran people, I'm talking to you, Adadi Oramma. I am very, very, I believe that you are listening right now from your end. You told the Biafran people, after you cried, you shed crocodile tears online and leveled allegation against me that no Genkere Bunyalumego to fight Ngozi Orebeze. You may say you didn't say anything like that, but I want to remind you one. Just one. And then I will send my message to you. You made mention of the man. Sorry, why I'm going to remind you this is because I wouldn't want you to forget or to say you didn't do anything like that. The reason why I'm saying this and the reason why I'm taking my time to say this is because I won't talk about it. You said you made mention of one man in Ghana who won some money last year, December, You said that man contacted me through you. That the man wanted to give me some money. And that was the time I was calling people to come and assist me to pay for the platform, for this software which I use for my broadcast. I was calling people to come that time to help me pay for the software. Then you said that even the time this thing was happening was the time I was calling people to come and help me pay for the platform, for the software which I use for broadcast. Yet somebody made himself available to assist me, to give me money. And then because no genkere bunyalumego, that is the reason why I refuse to take that money from that man. Because of ego bunyalumu, ego Nigeria government bunyalumu through genkere. That is the reason why I refuse to take that money from that man from Ghana. You said this to me in the public. If Adade Olama is not listening, because I've seen one comment, somebody said Adade Olama is live now. If she's live, somebody must cut this place and send it to her. Very, very important. You opened your mouth and said in the public, now because ne bunyelumego kanjina naro that man that money. Shedding crocodile tears, blackmailing me in the public. Why shedding tears? In order for them to believe what you are saying and hate Biafra Unite. So, I listened to that broadcast from beginning till the end. In fairness, saying, wow, this life on Kwakodi. Now you didn't tell Biafrans that I personally called you on phone after having discussion with that man in Ghana. That man said he wanted to bless me because he won 20 million. He wanted to bless me and appreciate my work for Biafra. After having discussion with the man, you didn't tell Biafran that I called you and asked you, how do you know this man? Do you trust him? You open your mouth, Adade Olama, to tell me that if my heart does not accept the money, I should leave it. In fact, leave it. You told me that. You refused to tell Biafrans that I had a conversation with you, asking you, how do you know this man? Do you really trust him? And you told me, if your heart does not accept, leave it. In fact, leave it. Just rapier. You didn't tell Biafrans like this. And after that word, which even the message that I had already sent to the man, thanking him and accepting the offer, I quickly rushed to that his WhatsApp and deleted that message. The message I sent to that man, thanking him and accepting his offer after having discussion with him, and then I sent him that message, accepting the offer and thanking him at the same time, and then I came back to call you, to talk to ask you. You told me if my heart does not accept it, I should leave it. In fact, rapier. You didn't tell Biafrans this one. You said, Nigeria government go through again, Kere. Now, because I've spoken to a few people that I laid this complaint to them because because Adade Olama was somebody who was very close to me. They told me it's because she's angry. She's angry. I said to them, no, when you are angry with me, come on air and insult me than laying allegation against me. Nobody gives me money. Nobody. Ogenkere cannot give me money to go silent. Ogenkere cannot give me money not to fight for him. If he wants to give me money, and if I want to accept his money under any agreement, is to come and fight for him and start hammering on everything on his favor. He can't give me money to go silent when the online media war is raging. It's not possible, because he would have utilized this Biafra Unite platform to fight for himself. He can't give me money to go silent when the war is going on. Biafrans, can you use your brain? The salary of a thing, nobody, I will say it 1,000 times, nobody has ever paid me salary in this struggle. I have said it before, that I am not saying that I have not been helped by anybody. Nobody has ever wired money into my account before under illusion or under any request. No, I don't even use bank account. The few individuals who has helped me when I was in financial need, I am the one that contacted them. I called them by myself and requested, them for their help. I asked for their help. They didn't just give me money. I contacted them by myself and asked for their help. And when they agreed to assist me, I have to travel away, far away from my state. I have to go far away where I don't even know anybody. Where I don't know anybody. I have to travel far away and use account of a POS person who doesn't even know anything about me, who I don't even know, to receive the help from the few individuals that have assisted me financially when I was in need. Because I don't have account. I don't have account. Mona banki adịrọ na mma. Mona ndị banki adịrọ na mma. So, nobody has ever, for one single second, wired money into my account. Nobody has done that. Nobody. I have few individuals that have assisted me financially, and I am the one who called them and requested for their help. And when they agreed, I have to travel out from my state to go and use POS account to receive the financial assistance from these few individuals. I have said it before that I'm not saying that nobody has ever helped me before. People have helped me. Not many people, just very, very few number of people, maybe 4 persons or 3 persons in this struggle. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the saga that is going on, with the division that is going on, because when this thing happened was long ago. Very long ago. It has nothing to do with what is going on right now. When it was many, can I say years or months, long ago, several months or years ago. It's not today, it's not anything that happened recently. I am saying this in the public. Those who have helped me, if you are not on my side, if you don't like what I'm doing, you have the freedom to come in the public to say it and bring our conversation. Let us see the date when it happened. Those who have assisted me, those few people, they are not more than 3 or 4 people. If you don't like what I'm doing now, you are free to come in the public and show it, say it in the public. Show the date of our conversation. Let us see if it has anything to do with this division that is going on in the Biafra movement. Yes, I am very, very open. Very, very open. So anybody who blackmailed me, hey,